The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
To our table, there's a book.
What a beautiful sound. I love it. My name is Jenny Wells. I'm the pastor here at Central Presbyterian Church in Kansas City, Missouri. And on behalf of this community of faith, we'd like to welcome all of you to the worship of God. We are recording this service so that we can post it later, and it will be available to those who are not able to be with us this morning. And I see Susan is waiting for me to just thank you. A few announcements as we gather together this morning. We will be beginning our next book study, not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Am I right about that? Yes, a week from Tuesday. We will be reading Everything Good About God is True by Bruce Reyes Chow, and he is going to be in Kansas City to preach and talk about his book in June. So I invite anyone who is interested to join us in reading this book together. I have several copies with me down here today and more upstairs, so please see me following worship today if you would like a copy of this book. We also have plans to have a table in community with Southminster Presbyterian Church at Kansas City Pride next month on June 7th, 8th, and 9th. And I have a sign-up sheet. If you would like to help work the table that weekend, would love to have you join us. You'll get to be in fellowship with other members of Central and members of Southminster as we share our love with the community. And so I'm gonna, this will be on this front table up here if you would like to sign up today and get that on your calendar to join us. Also a reminder, and I forgot to grab any of them today, that we are turning in prayer request cards now. If you have a prayer request, you can find those on the table upstairs. So I apologize, I forgot to grab some to bring them down. Amy's gonna run up and grab some. Thank you, Amy. And you can fill those out and hand those in to me during the passing of the peace this morning. I also have a card that I've been passing around. If you have not seen this yet, it's a thank you. I'm just going to embarrass her one time this morning, maybe more than once, so sorry, Lori Ray. But one of the things that we are doing this morning and why I asked for a recording of this service is because we are rededicating the space that is formerly known as the Women's Parlor. Now we are calling it the Parlor. And Lori Ray has put in countless hours of hard work to help make this space what it is as you see it today. And so if you have not signed this thank you card for her, this will also be going around for you to sign this morning. And then we'll have a little gift a little bit later on for Lori Ray. Are there any other announcements as we gather together this morning? As many of you know, as we have been announcing in worship the past couple of weeks, today is Pentecost Sunday. And on Pentecost, we join Christians all around the world to celebrate the formation of the church, when the Holy Spirit called people into community as Christ's body and blessed them with a universal understanding of languages. Some theologians describe Pentecost as the church's birthday, and we do have a cake, not just to celebrate that, but to celebrate today. Just as God's Spirit came rushing into the world over the waters of creation, God's Spirit rushes into the world to gather and transform God's people. If we are willing to be amazed, Pentecost is one of the most awe-inspiring days in our Christian calendar. If we are willing to be transformed, it is an opportunity to be renewed in energy and faithfulness toward the work of God's kingdom on earth, when all people will experience true liberation and boundless love. So may we be willing to be amazed. May we be open to being transformed. Let us prepare our hearts for the worship of God.
Good morning. We acknowledge that we are gathered to worship on the ancestral lands of the Osage and Kaw peoples and the unceded treaty lands of the Potawatomi tribe. To these people, we say thank you. Please stand as you are able in body or in spirit and join me in the call to worship. As we gather together in the place, let us strain our ears to hear the rush of wind, the crackle pop of fire.
We listen for your call, God of spirit and flame. We take our place in your unfolding creation.
Rejoice, for God's Spirit flows among us. Rejoice, for today the church embraces transformation. In the midst of rebirth, we join our voices in praise. Let us worship God. We're now going to sing hymn 289, On Pentecost They Gathered, and it should be on the insert in your bulletin.
You may be seated. Through confession, we have the opportunity to turn our bodies to God and as one body, name the actions and inactions that separate us from God and from one another. Let us lift our hearts and voices together in prayer. Would you please join me in our prayer of confession? God, you invite us to wonder. We confess that we find more comfort in the mundane. We lean into the familiar and treat the amazing as suspicious or even threatening. We long for a routine to keep us safe from pain, and we're willing to give up joy in exchange. Reshape our hearts for possibility, O God. Awaken our sense to your wondrous work in the world, and give us the courage and will to follow you. The psalmist writes, O Lord, how manifold are your works. In wisdom you